Oh, we might need a bigger tip, eh?
Yeah.
I brought lots of goodies for you.
Brought lots of goodies for me. Or did you bring lots of goodies for you?
Us? Us?
Us? I think they have a
We sure do have fairy lights over there.
I mean, have fairy lights that turn off.
What size do you think it is?
3mm?
Okay. Maybe? We'll try 3. We'll see what happens. I don't know what size this is.
3 looks like it'll work, or 2.5. That's how I figured out.
Oh, goodness. 3 won't work if it's on the floor.
Probably not. Hey, should we switch over to like the front camera?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Hello, everyone.
Hi!
You're a goof.
I try, you know.
Hi, it's Leah and Chelsea at my sewing room on Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It is Thursday, July 28th, if you're watching this live. That's what day it is. Because if you're like me and you have no idea what day it is half the time, it's nice to be reminded. If you're not watching this live, I have no idea what day it is. That is the downside to watching a live video, not live.
Sure.
Date and time information may not be accurate if you're watching the recording.
It may not be.
It may not be. Welcome to Tools and Techniques Thursday. We're live on YouTube and Facebook this afternoon, so whichever platform makes you happier, join us there. I see people on both saying hi, so lovely to have you join us. We've talked a lot about, we spent most of the week talking about Christmas.
Yes.
We're not going to talk about Christmas today.
No, it's Halloween Day.
It's Halloween Day. Because we're not here for the 31st.
No. Were we not? What day of the week is the 31st?
Sunday.
Oh, well, we'll be here on the 1st.
We'll be here on the 1st. So, it's technically a long weekend coming up in Alberta. For some folks.
Mm-hmm.
So, you might have a garden tour with Anne. You might have a store tour with us.
Nobody knows.
No promises. Either way. Probably a garden tour.
I hope a garden tour.
I hope a garden tour.
That would be lovely.
I'll tell Anne. That would be lovely. Anyway, today we are going to talk Halloween and embroidery and fabric and pumpkins and fabric.
And fairy lights.
And fairy lights.
They're so cute.
And pumpkins. And more pumpkins.
Oh, so many pumpkins.
Right?
I love the pumpkins.
The pumpkins are so cute.
They turned out so nice.
Yeah, and there's some good stuff coming out here shortly. We've got a thing to assemble for you today, and did the embroidery a couple different ways. And we're going to talk about the Oesd Perfect Punch tool, which Chelsea's got a perfect punch in her hands, but she's got the slightly older style.
Mm-hmm.
The newer ones, instead of having, maybe we'll flip that camera around. Perfect punch. The new ones are black, much sleeker.
Easier to hold, too.
Just turn it that way so the words aren't upside down. And the extra bits are actually held up in the top of the perfect punch instead of in a separate case.
Harder to lose them.
Yeah, it's really tidy. So the perfect punch comes with 3 sizes of punches at the end: 2mm, 3mm, and 4mm. And the perfect punch is like one of the slickest little tools ever. So we can't see that on that screen because it's tone on tone. This camera would work better if I turned it on. Woke it up. So this is an embroidered base for a pumpkin.
Yeah, it's like its plate.
Yeah, but it's got all these fabulous little eyelets in the embroidery. And if you wanted to try and rip those out with a seam ripper, you would probably curse and ruin your project.
Yeah, and it's pretty hard because it's actually just hard.
It's
He's
actually
the badge master.
yeah, it's very, very stiff. So that's not going to be a friendly way to deal with these holes, but we do need these holes punched out so we can assemble this pumpkin. So I think, will this camera angle work?
We'll see. I think I got the right tip. Is that the right tip, Leah?
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, when you're checking that, you just want to make sure that the tip fits inside the stitching all the way, so that you're not going to punch through the stitching.
Because that would be sad.
And maybe we will actually do this on this camera. We can get a little closer up there.
Oh, very cute.
I think that'll work.
Would you like to punch it, or would you like me to punch it?
How about you punch it?
Okay. I haven't done this tool yet, so we'll see how it goes.
Super easy.
I assume I just have a cutting mat underneath to protect my surface.
And to protect the blade on your punch.
Oh, totally. So
Yeah.
we wouldn't want to be banging this around.
No.
Put it in
You
a
want to
case.
keep it nice and sharp.
And I'm just going to center my punch right between in my hole.
Yep.
And then all I have to do is push, right?
Yep. And push
Oh
and
my
twist
goodness.
all the way down. You might need to do it twice if it's quite thick.
I twisted my project. Oops, and I might have gone a little hard.
But there is a
There's
perfect little eyelet punched.
hole. That is great.
Right?
I need this. I don't have an embroidery machine.
You don't need to have an embroidery
But I
machine
need this.
to do eyelets. So there's you can make eyelets without an embroidery machine. This happens to be an embroidered eyelet, but definitely not mandatory. Even if you wanted to add eyelets to something else, many home sewing machines have an eyelet function.
This is true. I kidnapped one for you today.
So
Actually.
we'll let Chelsea punch a few more holes. And then I'll show you how you can make an eyelet even if you don't have an eyelet punch. Because sometimes you just want eyelets and things because you can do fun things with them.
Well, and they're kind of a pain to get the hole out after, right? If you don't have this cool little punch. So you could use this for rivets even. Doesn't have to be for
Doesn't have to be.
this.
Yeah, and if you're worried about your fabric fraying after you punch, a little bit of fray check on those holes is fantastic. So that took all of like 1 minute to punch all 8 of those holes.
Yeah, and I could actually do it one-handed. I'm doing a little awkwardly, stretching over to Leah's lap, but if I was on top of it, it definitely would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, so this one is made with fabric, and this one is made with felt. Can you punch through the felt?
Let's see if the felt's hard.
Felt's pretty stiff and crunchy.
It is pretty stiff and crunchy. That
Right.
was even easier than the
Right through.
than the fabric. That was way easier. Oh yeah. This is great.
And the little opening on the side here is where all the little bits of hole punch bits will come out.
Every once in a while they just shoot out. That's kind of fun.
It's like confetti. It's great. Oh, clearly we
There's a
punched the red
sequin.
holes at some point.
It's like an archaeology dive into your old project.
You're looking at the strata.
There's a lot of red in there.
We've probably punched a few eyelets out of Christmas projects recently
Probably
since we got the punch.
some white coming out. Look at all those
Right?
colors.
It's awesome.
That was really easy. And this is hard.
Right?
It is scrunchy.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So anyway, the pumpkin that we've got here will be in store or on our web store freebie next month, so in August.
Mhm.
It's a 3D freestanding applique pumpkin.
You can't quite see it.
So there's multiple pieces. There's base and 4 pumpkin bits. And this will be a freebie in
August.
August. Yes, that's the next month.
August.
July.
I was hoping you were gonna get there, but
Nope. 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 Don't know what month comes after July. If you order a OESD or scissor tail stitches design from us, or pick one up here in store, you'll get this design through the month of August. And it is super cute. So I'm gonna. Do you want to do assembly?
Yeah, I can assemble. Totally.
You want to do that from up
Have
top?
all my little tools. Got my little alligators.
Alligator clamps. It's the magic trick to. You have to go nom 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 nom. That's the.
Nom 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 nom.
That is the words you need when you're using the alligator clamps.
Nom nom. Okay. So I'm going to keep my base. What I feel like is the side I like the best. I think it's both right sides because
It's same fabric, top and bottom.
Same fabric,
Sometimes you can
top and
tell with
bottom.
the embroidery which is the bobbin and which isn't, but Anne used matching threads, so
it makes it look beautiful.
yeah. So we're gonna go through
Nom,
and
nom, nom.
pull on those little buttonettes that are made out of thread and pull those through.
And now I'm just adding on a little button clip so it doesn't fall off on me because that'll be not so fun.
And you really just need those on there for assembly, and then it's together and it will be fine. But the skinny little end will wiggle through that eyelet. Pull your button clip through, or your buttonette through.
All right. So that's the first two. Then I just take one of these and give it a little foldy fold. And he is going to go right here.
And there will be instructions when you get the design file.
Mm-hmm.
But, because it's an OESD design, it will work. They've got all brand formats available. And this is just a small little piece, so it should fit. I think it'll fit in a 4x4 hoop. Not quite a 4x4 hoop. It'll fit in a 5x7 hoop for each piece.
Go to the other side. Take another one of these little guys.
Does it need a fold? Little crispy. It's been a long day, Chel.
I have a great time in the studio.
Sound effects are way more fun.
Yes, they are. I need like one of those little soundboards, you know, that you give to kids. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, I would love a sound effect board for when I'm doing embroidery.
Can we ask our good friend Tyler for one?
I think so. He can.
Well,
Him and Anne can say no.
Yeah, they can say no. All right.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Okay, we're almost there. I don't want to take my
Felt.
felt pumpkin. He's very cute. I just really wanted to do the dots.
The dots are adorable. Wool felt makes lovely freestanding applique because it holds the the starch in the badge master really well, so it's like crispy firm when it's all done.
All right. Now it's a little bit of a wiggle. There's a little gap on this pumpkin. We're just wiggling him over on these ones, and we'll just pull it through the last two eyelets that are right there.
So these would, like a whole batch of these pumpkins would make really fun centerpieces for your Thanksgiving table.
They really would.
They would just be cute ornaments in the house.
All right. Now we're definitely going to need a button clip on this one.
It's eager to jump to freedom.
It wants to jump for freedom for sure. I was finishing off the birdhouse earlier, actually, from Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I skipped the button clips because I was like, I got this.
I don't think that was Tuesday. I think that was last Thursday.
It might have been. I think it was Thursday.
Last Thursday. Last Thursday we made this.
Yeah.
Same principles go into making these pumpkins.
So I skipped using the button clips, and it was so annoying because my buttons kept popping out.
Right?
I really just should have used the clips. Oh, goodness. Okay. I just keep letting go before it gets through. Do, 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 do. Oh. This one is not being my friend. We're almost there, though. I think what I have to do is get it closer and then push and a wiggle. There we go. Okay. Is that attached? Oh, or not. Jumped for freedom. A little wiggling motion. This is fun. I got it. Okay.
And sometimes if you wet those eyelets or the buttons after you pull them through, then you can push them flat so they stay in better.
Ooh.
And that would probably help that one to lay flat when you're done.
I think so.
Or sit flat on your table when you're done.
Or you can let them stay standing up and they'll be like a little podium.
That one jumped to freedom again.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Chelsea tries with that. Just because we can punch eyelets with in embroidery where they're already embroidered in place, doesn't mean that every time you need an eyelet that will be the approach. Many of your sewing machines at home have an eyelet function on them. It's usually, if you have categories of stitches, it's usually in with your buttonholes, and it's similar to a functionality wise, it's a round buttonhole instead of a long buttonhole. So what you might be looking for on your machine, today we've got on board my machine today, I've got a Brother NQ700. And there's a whole variety of buttonholes, but the very last one in this run, looks like a tiny little circle, is indeed an eyelet. So even if you don't want to put eyelets into something, oh yeah, we could have that one on. Even if you want eyelets, but you don't have an embroidery machine, you can still make eyelets for things. And there's lots of places where you might want to add eyelets. There's some like wall hanging type projects that you might make over the holidays, where being able to add in a string of fairy lights and light up your project would be really fun.
Ooh, what about a tree skirt? Sew up your tree skirt and pop some fairy lights.
You might be able to do it on a tree skirt. I'd more likely do it on a wall hanging.
There.
Because I have a cat and a dog. Personally, that would not roll at my house. Anyway, there's eyelets on your machines. They're easy to use. And now that you know about the punch tool, you'll be able to punch them out. So 71 is the eyelet stitch in my utility stitches on this machine. So utility stitches, and then 71, it shows the eyelet in place there. And on board the Brothers, it will also show you which presser foot is suggested to make such a stitch. In this case, it's the N presser foot, which is got a big wide groove in the back. Sometimes this is called like a monogramming foot or a 7-stitch type foot, but it's got space for that eyelet to form and not get hung up on the foot. So if you wanted to make an eyelet through your quilt so you could pop fairy lights into your wall hanging, maybe one of your Christmas tiling scenes from Oesd, or maybe you bought a fabulous Christmas panel that needs lights with a tree on it. There's options. Maybe you need to put lights in your Halloween project. I said I was going to talk about Christmas, but that's all I've been thinking about today. So I've got essentially a quilt sandwich. I've got batting, 2 layers of fabric. And essentially all you have to do is to sew an eyelet is get your project underneath and hit go. So you could stitch this with your foot pedal. I'm just pressing the go button because it will stitch all the way around. And then allow me to turn my thread at the end. And we've stitched a tiny little eyelet. If this wasn't as dense as you wanted, you could put that back in there and go around a second time. Don't lift the foot in between. Really just start in exactly the same place. Or you could use a thicker thread. That would be another option. But going around twice if it's not quite what you're looking for the first time. would give you a little more substantial buttonhole. So that's all you would need to do to put an eyelet, not buttonhole. Losing my mind, Chelsea.
That's okay.
That's okay.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. So this time, I have the box of pins. So on the perfect punch, if you need to switch the size of the punch that you're using, there's a screw off cap. This is similar to how your screwdrivers or your drills would work at home. Or this was screw to loosen. You don't have to take it off all the way. And then you could switch down to a smaller size of punch. And I'm going to go down to 2 millimeters because the brother eyelet is small. And then same thing. Center that right through the middle of the fabric there. And I've got tiny little eyelets in my quilt sandwich. And you could do that to match your quilt sandwich instead of making it orange.
Cute.
A little less obnoxious.
I just wanted everyone to be able to see.
I think that's valid. But then you could take fairy lights. And usually with these fairy lights, if you want to string them through your project, you'd start from the back and push the little light through. And then once you get it through, we can hook that wire over the edge so that it stays in place. See? All lit up. If you space out your direction of travel before you get going for your lights, you can have a game plan. Which is not how I made my sample. Just 2 eyelets.
we don't have game plans. It's okay.
We have game plans. We knew we were talking about the punch and fairy lights.
This is true. This is true. I did forget to bring scissors over though, because I need a couple snips.
You'll just have to wait. I don't have scissors that I can reach.
No.
So little eyelets on there, and then making sure that the wires kind of go flat across the back of your project will help keep those from pulling back out backwards. But then you could just string those all the way through your quilt. If you sew yourself a tiny little square pocket, you'll have a place to put your battery pack, and you can turn off your lights when you go to bed. And turn your lights back on.
That was so
Christmas
cute.
morning, Halloween morning.
I like Halloween morning.
Halloween morning, is that a thing?
I
So
think it's a thing.
So yeah, easy to go in and add lights to something that doesn't officially come with lights. But if it would make your project that much better to have a little bit of pizzazz, add fairy lights. We've got fairy lights from Oesd and Kimber.
Oh yes.
And they come packaged slightly differently.
Yeah, they're both very cute. What do I have? These fairy lights. Pixie lights and fairy lights.
Yeah.
Adorable.
But then you can figure out how many lights you need. The runs from Oesd are 1 meter long. And fairy lights from Kimber are a 7-foot strand.
Oh, that's fun. Twice as many lights.
I don't know how far apart the lights are though. I would get both, and then you can experiment.
Good solution. I like that.
They're saying they lost the video, but I don't. It looks like we're having frame rate issues today, but I don't know why. We'll just keep going and hope that it's all okay on the recording. It is being recorded today. You'll be able to pop in and watch later. Yeah. What else have we got behind us, Chelsea? There's like a very large amount of pumpkins.
I was having fun. I was thinking you could actually make this pumpkin. I thought it was so cute. You can make this pumpkin and pop little extra eyelets in your pumpkin and throw your fairy lights all over the side of your pumpkin
Yeah.
as little stars.
This one also has a hole in the bottom, so you could just put a battery-operated tea light in the bottom,
You can do that too.
which would also give you light.
But I want the fairy light.
Okay, well, you have to make your own.
I might have to. And we have some haunted mansions and a haunted birdhouse.
So pretty.
My goodness. And we have beautiful fabric. What was this called? Reminiscence.
Reminiscence, new fabric over by Chess.
And Spooktacular Gnomes.
Spooktacular. Oh, goodness, they're cute. I'm going to grab that bolt.
They're really cute. I actually have the panels over here too.
Oh, you want to show the panels? Let's show the panels. Spooktacular Gnomes.
Oh my goodness, this one looks like it has M&Ms on the roof, but they're gnome M&Ms.
So, you're getting ready for Halloween. You need a Halloween quilt. You could go in and pop an eyelet inside each of those stars and put your fairy lights through there if you're making that into a wall hanging.
That'd be way too cute.
You don't want to wash your fairy lights. That's my electrical word of advice of the day. But maybe you need a really adorable Halloween quilt.
This
wall
this
hanging.
gnome has a green nose.
He does.
It's pretty cute. Also, all the chocolate bars on the other fabrics are called gnomies.
Gnomies.
I thought it was too cute. Oh, this is cute. Here lies my youth.
Willy Rot. Be Afraid.
Emma
Some of the
Goddard.
Tombstones.
Emma Goddard.
Frankenstein.
Okay, well that was fun. What's this other one like? Put that back in there so I don't forget. I'll give you that end. I think you need that end.
Oh, I think we need to hold it up.
Oh
That's
dear. Okay.
completely different approach to this panel. This is... Are those stuffies?
They look like stuffies. What's our directions? Cut out gnome. Place gnome front right sides together. Trace and cut it out. Yes, you stuffed them. That is great.
Cute.
They are stuffies.
They could sit on your couch. on your bench outside your house.
That'd be weird.
Your super spooky gnomes.
Super spooky.
This is really adorable.
They're very cute.
Be a good kids project. Just so.
Yeah, you could definitely sew
This
this
is
without a
pretty-
sewing machine too if you want.
Be easier with a sewing machine.
It would be, for sure. Making a mess over here.
That's okay. But you
There's
get
a
4
gnome-
gnomes per panel. They're all different. And then you'll have to add in some extra fabric to make the backs.
But there's some really cute coordinating fabric that goes with these that you could use.
So adorable. It's great.
It is really cute.
Gnomies. Fabulous candy. Cute.
You should take the chocolate bar one. It's third from the right. Yes. They're all gnomies.
This would be a good treat bag.
It really would be.
Because we would know that it needs candy in it. Those look like Tootsie Rolls.
They sure do. And there's candy corn and Nova gnomes.
Swedish fishes.
Oh goodness.
This one looks like a Reese's peanut butter cup label.
Oh yes. And then we have a Hershey bar.
Right? Mmm.
Fabulous candy.
Right? Anyway,
Fabulous.
new Halloween fabric here in
New
store.
Halloween fabric. And fabric that's not necessarily Halloween, but could work.
Right.
It's just very cute.
Yeah. So Reminiscence has the purple colorway too. It's got kind of like the taupe and black and then the purple. It's sharp.
And did you know that little girl needs the perfect punch as well? Because her arms and legs move.
They're all riveted. Yeah. This is another OESD design.
It sure is. It is. I have it over here actually. In this gigantic stack I found of OESD designs that I thought would be fun. Freestanding witchy wall hanger.
Yes.
That is who she is.
She's got a very, her broom is very long.
It's very long. I didn't grab her broom.
Did she have her broom with her?
I don't know.
We'll have to go find her broom.
I might have to.
We'll have to go on a witch hunt. have, to go, have to go find the broom for our witch. I said that wrong.
We're not going on a witch hunt.
Okay. It's not what you call it when you're looking for witches' things.
That was great. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
I felt that too. I thought it would be fun.
You might want glow-in-the-dark thread. Another way to light up your projects.
So many ways.
So many ways. Other things coming up around here besides looking for our witch's broom. Which is an us problem, not a you guys thing.
Mm-hmm.
We have our last Kimber a la carte class tomorrow morning.
Oh, yes, we do.
We are making in the hoop pencil case.
Mm-hmm.
And we are making candle gingerbread cookie mat.
Yes.
So,
it's very cute.
Yeah. And then next Friday, we have Kimber Harvest Table event. Did we have one spot left last you saw, or?
I think we have one spot left.
That
last I saw.
Yeah, somebody picked up a kit today, but I think they were already in the list, not picking up that last kit. So, but you can join us in store or online for that.
Yeah.
Because you can come to the store. We can have you in here. September 29th, 30th, and October 1st, I got the word that Tamara Moss-Evans will be the one joining us from Oesd.
Yay!
As our guest instructor. Tamara's great. She's been here before. I embroider a lot. I'm sure Tamara embroiders way more than I do. She knows so much. And so she will be here for that event with all the latest, greatest things from Oesd. Early next week, we'll be able to start showing you guys launches for the fall and start getting information about what thread kits you guys might want for things like tiling seeds. And we'll start showing off some of the new designs coming out through the fall that you might want for the Christmas holiday, the not Christmas holiday, like Halloween, or just in general.
There's a Halloween tiling scene.
There's a Halloween tiling scene. It's so awesome.
It's great.
It uses glow-in-the-dark thread.
It sure does.
I'm very excited.
It's fabulous.
So that's some of the things going on. We have some special bundles on Brother machines here in the store that are going to run until the end of the summer, and a Bernina sale scheduled until September 17th. So it's a fair bit of time to get in there. But there's pre-orders on some of the Bernina's new items and pre-order pricing on the new launches from Bernina.
Yay!
And middle of next week, Wednesday next week, we will hear what's coming new with Brother for the year.
I'm excited.
This is a very exciting time of year because everybody does their launches right now.
Well, you don't want to be left out of launches.
No, we want to share all that info with you. So check in probably Thursday next week. We'll be able to share the launches for Brother. We won't share it Wednesday because you've got super simple summer sewing with Sandy.
Yay!
I think I had all the right words, not the right order. If you have questions,
Perfect.
Give us a shout. If you want more information on Oesd and you go to our website, there is a link to take you to a Oesd video. Information on stitch and turn projects, which are like in the hoop projects. There's a stitch and turn bundle. There's a coupon code you can get from Oesd and use on our website. And that will be valid until August 3rd.
That's exciting.
So go take a look, take a peek, and see if you need any of those fabulous things.
Well, I need all the things. I have a problem.
We have a solution for you. More things.
More things.
That's what I've got for you guys today. You have anything else, Chels?
I think you covered everything.
Okay. Cool.
Yay!